Hello, my name is Jennifer and welcome to part 20 of Family Life with Pets. And if you are returning, welcome back. And in this part, we're going to hopefully finish the temple exploration, but the kids all went back to the cantina to refresh themselves, do a little bit of rallying of the troops. It's a lot later in the day than when we left off because I had them trying to dig over there to see whether Al and also Dean, either of them, would get have to defend against the bugs or whatever. What is it called again? Natural dangers again, but they didn't have to. So we're back exploring in the jungle, but what I thought I would do is I would have Vicki do this path, which is right when you get out here. We came through the path that is off of the Bellamesia trailhead, and right off of there is this. So we are going to go through here. I think that might be off the path because I think the path is like to the jungle, but I haven't fully worked that out. So we're gonna hope that let's see, her fun isn't very high, and of course her skills aren't quite as good as the others, I don't think, in terms of some of these things, but she's maxed her fishing also, and that's one thing that comes up. And her archaeology, she's almost level 10, because what they also did during the day when they were at the cantina, or at least the girls did, while the Dean and Al kept digging and trying to get attacked, I also, like, Al's fun was quite low, so I had them playing some chess, just doing some things to try and boost those things. They were working on their archaeology skill and their archaeology aspiration. So let's see what the pop-up she gets is. It's an abandoned pack and higher logic skill. Hers is 7. I'm going to fingers crossed. I could use a machete because I think she probably has enough to spare and we don't really need it. So, do we do logic or do I just use up a machete and be done with it? We still need to explore the temple. I'm not sure if 7 is high enough. She's actually 7.5, but we're going to use a machete just to be on the safe side. So she decides to put some distance between herself and the bag and slashes the bag open using the machete. A poisonous scorpion crawls out of the open bag and scampers away into the jungle. She looks through the remains of the pack and finds some useful gear inside. So here we are. Did that count as off the... It did, and she needs to also do the traps, which we may have her do when we go back to the temple, because then it helps speed things up. But I'm going to put her back over to her archaeology scholar because she's now on this one where she has to establish some sites, which luckily we can do. And so is Allie. She's on the same spot, and since I didn't have her, and there's this chest. We came to this is the plane site that I didn't realize when they came with their family the first time. Completely missed it. In my defense, I was a little sick at the time when I did it. But we need them, and I'm hoping that if we dig here, at least one of Al and Dean will have to defend against a natural danger, and then that will mean that that's the person who will have opened the chests in the temple. We'll have that particular sim do the honors because it'll help with their aspiration. It doesn't really help until you've defended against these dangers. So we still have them both on that jungle explorer aspiration, whereas the girls are both over onto the other aspiration right now because they don't need to be on there. Once you come over here, and so their needs are decent. I mean, the rallying the troops doesn't help, and hygiene, it doesn't help it either. So let me excavate. And Vicki, you can excavate here too. And unfortunately, you're not at the point. Oh, you could probably play your violin, to be honest. Though I think the excavating was maybe a bit fun because their fun is maxed. I had them do the chess to get their logic up, but not their logic. I mean, it helped with their logic, but I had it to get their fun up. That's what I was really doing it, and to also do their logic. But the main reason was for their fun. But then I was like, oh, I think I need to get over and try and get them to be, oh, looks like we got one. We've got lightning bugs coming for Dean. And is he gonna survive it? while they survive it. But is he going to do... Oh, that's the one you need to have the Salvadoradian culture skill. I don't know where that came from. And Al is getting attacked too. Who'd have thought that I'd be happy? And it's the same attack. So they're both doing well. Oh, and so's Vicki. See, when we came here last time, they got attacked left, right, and the center also. So there we go. So we've got our attack. So now we have to activate the mystical relic 5 times, which I don't particularly want to activate the one that, well, at least that Al has. Let me take a look at what Dean has in his inventory. I think that's safer to do at home, to be honest, or not here. Not when we're about to go into the temple. So that's probably not. So this is, that's the Zaza Total Watcher relic, and I don't remember what that is, but when I looked at the 3 and the combinations, the Zaza Total is like the one that I like the least. That's the worst results. But it is with just a common crystal, so it won't do, as much damage. But I think we don't want to be in the jungle with it when we're going to use it. So I think we're going to skip activating any relics right now. But we're going to take them. I'm going to take them back over to the temple because I hadn't finished it. And I will see you when we get over there. Actually, I said that I was going to go, but we're going to take a chance with this chest. Hopefully, fingers crossed, he doesn't get cursed, because that's going to put a little bit of a kibosh on going back to the temple immediately. But maybe they can just get through it. Let's see. So he found some wondrous items in the chest. He took an artifact, some adventure gear, and a mystical relic and put them in his inventory. Now, did that count? Didn't count so it wasn't a miskin treasure that he caught. So, but he did get a relic, and let's see if we can see what he got. I can't see what he got because I'm not seeing anything. So let's see if there's anything showing as new in his inventory. So he already had at least a couple of the Tota Kalama relics. So maybe he got a 3rd one of those. And then he put this one together. So maybe he had 3, but I had used 1. And I know he had already found that Zaza Total relic himself. So I think that's what he got. I think he got another one of the Tota Kalama relics is what he got. And I don't know what the other thing is that the other things are that he got. So, well, at least he didn't get cursed. So that's the main thing. So now I will see you when they get to the temple. So we're back where they left off in terms of the temple. So we are going to have, I just had them all come here and start excavating just to get them over there more easily. And I think I thought we were at the examine that. Oh, okay, never mind. Let's see, what do we need to have? We need fitness skill. So who's our fit? Who's going to be more fit of ours? So Al is not very fit. So you can go back to doing that, my boy. Are any of you very fit? He's level 2, almost 3. He could go swim and get a little bit higher. Vicki, any better? 4. So far she's our winner. And 3. Just almost 4. But Vicki is like 4.5. So Vicki, you're the one who's up. But what is this one? This is examine, and you need charisma skill, and you're on 8. So why don't you examine that first? You can stop doing that. And she is also on the examine 3 traps, so I actually need her to examine some traps. But so does Allie. Allie needs to examine traps too, but she hasn't found an area off the path, so she wouldn't quite get this finished, whereas of course Vicki would be able to. So the rest are digging up some things. Let's see, that's just curious, out of curiosity. Al, is that helping his fun or not? Oh, someone's being... Did you finish digging? Oh, you're finished. That's not good. And your empathy went down. Why don't we try and actually... See, they're both going through mean stages right now. Both of the twins. They both entered the mean stage. So can we change this from a So that mechanism will unlock the gate. Very good, because that's good since she's not, can we get out? Oh, we're in a pleasant conversation. Very good. That's what I want. I want it to be pleasant, not unpleasant. Friendly, ask about day. I'm kind of afraid to leave them alone doing anything. Can I do a bunch of friendly, and there's nowhere for them to dig, which kept them kind of busy. Okay, so did you go over here and examine this? You didn't. I want you to go examine that because you need to. You know what you can do, Al, since you, I don't want to have to be worried about you being mean, since you're on a mean streak. You're going to play with emotion. So that'll help your fun. And Dean, what about you? What do you need to do? Anything? Anything that is of any use? How are your needs? You kind of need to use some waterfall in a bottle. So why don't you use that? And then why don't you eat a little bit of things? Some of these won't work, but doesn't rule them all out. But because we know for a fact that we got the pop-up that this one works, we're going to activate Insult Crumbling Stone. That's what we're going to do. Oh, you can watch him. That's good. You know what, you guys? You should probably get dressed. You don't need your swimsuits on. Why don't you go into... That's fine. And let's see. This will open it. And we got a blue light. Because that was the one that we wanted. Because we had a thumbs up. So we knew that was going to work for sure. So there we are. We're through to this one. We're going to dig. And then we have this one needs charisma, which she is good with that. So we're going to keep her doing her examining for that one. She's been blessed with glorious tastes. So that works really well for her. And I sent her to do that. Okay, so Allie. Oh, am I on the right one? I don't think I am on the right one. Is her charisma good? Oh, her charisma is good. That's not actually who I meant to do that one. I meant for Vicki to do that. What's this need? Handiness. Does she have handiness? It's 5. And what does this one need? Logic. Where's her logic? That's pretty good. We're going to have her do this one. And I'll let them go. Because I think that both of them, I think Allie had high charisma too, so she should be okay with that. So who of these two has the higher handiness? Let me look. Does he have any handiness? I'd say he has no handiness. So it looks like our highest handiness so far is Dean. Allie, how are you? You have 4. And you have almost 5, slightly higher, just barely. And actually, Vicki has our highest handiness. Go figure. But it looks like this is the one that's going to unlock it from what we can see. We just got a pop-up that is going to work. So doesn't matter who has the highest handiness. We're going to have her do it because I didn't even put her over to our right aspiration. Oh well. These things happen. We're going to put her over now. So she can examine at least one of those traps. But I think Vicki should be done with examining. Yes, she is. So, and did she get blessed? She already has been blessed. So there's no really point of her doing this because sometimes you get blessed when you do that if it's the right one. So why don't we have Dean, even though he wasn't the one who discovered it, but just so we can move things along a bit, we're going to activate and tell a skeleton pun. His charisma is not very high at all, so it's a good thing they have a mix of skills between them all, though some of them are the same, but in this case the charisma wasn't so good. So let's get that one open, and that one says it's not going to open it, but we know that because we know that this guy over here is going to be the one who's going to open it. And there we go. There's the blue eyes to say, oh, he's laughing, he's liking it. I'm going to just change him into some better clothes too as I get them. So there we go. That's open. Do we have any more that we have to go through? We can establish a site. Let's look. Is there anything else? No, this is it. We're here. Now the question is, who gets to do the honors? I think I'm going to let it be Al, because I've been with Al since he was a toddler, and since they're both, well, let me see, or is this it? Yeah, there's the major chest right over there. So, and the money's going to go to the household, this household, so that doesn't matter. So Dean's going to get it. What is this? Meanie, from Mean Streak Childhood Phase. There's nothing better than someone else's misery. Oh, he's got a happy, because he did that mean thing. I don't see that very often, because I usually keep my Sims don't tend to, even when they're in the mean streak, I don't tend to see them doing that, but I guess I didn't keep them occupied enough. So, okay, stop playing with emotion. I did that to keep you occupied. Let's go open up these chests and see what we'll get. And then I think they do have some more time for vacation, but for this vacation, I should say. Let's see how much vacation time. He only has 1 day left, so they don't actually have very much time left. So he found some wondrous... I'm going to pause, because I want to open up our inventory and see if we can see what's coming in. So I'm not seeing anything. So you got an artifact, some adventure gear, and a mystical relic. So I don't know what the artifact is. And the mystical relic, we know now what he had. I'm on the wrong sim. That's why I don't see anything new going into it. So he got a death relic base, unless he dug that up, which he may have because they were digging. And we already had the Zaza Total relic, and we already had 3 of those Tota Kalama relics, so that's not new. So maybe he did get this here and not through digging it up, because I'm not seeing any relics in his inventory. He's the one who's still in his swimsuit. Let's change his outfit. I don't care what he wears, just something. So we got an artifact, some adventure gear, and put them in his inventory. So the artifact is this, the unauthenticated Omniscient Skull, and some lightning insulation powder. And then we're going to go over here and do the final one, open the treasure chest. Go on. Let's get that. So unfortunately, even though they have a little bit more time on this vacation and vacation time, we got 2,256, and it is complete, and we need to look around before we leave is what the message is. And he got a mystical relic, adventure gear, and some treasure, and the simoleons that we saw. So we got another Zaza Total relic, and we got a Setli jeweled calendar plate, rare, 10,108 simoleons. That's actually got more color on it than some of the other ones that I've collected in the past. So they did quite well. And I'm guessing they must have got that at some point. So, and then that was the one we already got. So they've completed the temple. Other than there might have been some more digging, like here we could establish another site. She managed to examine 1, but it would have only been 2, so it doesn't really matter for that. She needs to establish 1 more, so we'll have her do that. But and they'll dig that up. But I'm thinking this is kind of a short part, but I think that's a pretty good note to end this part on, is them completing the temple. So they're just going to dig up a little bit and return to their... I don't know how much time they have left in terms of this actual vacation, but I also know that they have to probably be home. They could stay as much as 1 more school day, because I'm assuming that this day that they're already on vacation. And they must have gone swimming again. They're in their swimsuits. That's part of the reason I didn't bother changing them out of their swimsuits, is because they keep heading back out and going swimming all the time, I find. So they'll probably, in the next part, maybe do a little bit more just examining just in the jungle, because the temple will be closed for the rest of their vacation, because they're not going to be here long enough, is my guess, to be able to come back to the temple itself. And so we'll spend a little bit more time here, and then we'll have the twins go back home, and we'll end with them, telling their family about their adventures, and that will be the last part of this family life with pets. But I thought we would end them at home with the family as opposed to here at the temple. So there'll be one more part, and that'll be the next part, and we'll start in Salvatorada, and then they'll go home, and then that will be the end of this Let's Play. But that is it for this part. Thanks very much for watching, and we will see you next time. Bye! This has been Jennifer. If you have any comments or suggestions, please leave them below. I'd love to see them. If you liked the video, please leave a like. And if you'd like to see more videos of challenge Let's Plays, tutorials, and occasional speed builds, please subscribe if you haven't already done so. Thanks very much!